Hello everyone and welcome to this clip. In this clip we're going to look at combination charts which help you display different types of data in different ways on the same chart. They display columns and lines on the same combination chart, for instance. You can use them to visually highlight the difference between different sets of data, particularly useful when the series of data to be displayed are very different, such as when we display numbers of units sold alongside the amount they sold for, as in this pivot table here. In this pivot table, the units sold would not really appear very well on the same axis as these numbers here because the scale is so different. So these numbers will appear on a separate axis. So how do we do that? So we'll insert a pivot chart as normal, say OK. We'll design and move the chart, and we'll move it to chart 1. We'll position it here under the sales of decor chart. I want it to look like this chart here, so I'll copy it and paste the formatting onto this chart here. I now need to change the title because it inherits the title from the formatting of this chart here. So we'll just say equals, we'll go to PVT4 and pick that title, which is decor and units sold. These two charts look exactly the same now, so now I'm going to change the chart type of this chart to combi. Change chart type, so right click, change chart type, pop down to combi. There's an option here in the combi to put the data series on different axes. So we'll keep the sales on the primary axis and we'll put the decor as a line chart on the secondary axis. And we'll say OK. Now we can see that there's a secondary axis here with numbers from 0 to 16. And there's a primary axis here with numbers from 0 to 18,000. The orange line represents the number of units sold, and the blue bars represent the sales. To make this pretty obvious, I'm going to select the secondary axis here, and in the Home tab, I'll just make those figures orange and bold. That's the secondary axis. As the pivot table changes, so this will change as well. These two charts can share the same timeline and category here. To do that, I'll just click on the timeline, and on the timeline tab, I'll just say report connections, and I want to assign the timeline to the PVT4 combi pivot table. So any changes made to this timeline will be represented in the pivot combi, which will be represented in the chart for that. So we'll say OK. And similarly for the category with the slicer, we can also change the connection there. So we'll change the connection, and we can see there that it's selected, but in yours it mightn't be. So I just click on PVT4 combi and say OK. Now, if I change the year to 2021, both charts will change simultaneously, representing the same data. If I go to bedding, the only thing with some of these charts is that they don't refresh particularly well. This is a glitch in pivot charts, but it's very simple to remove those markers. So you just right click on the marker, format data series. In the fill and line, pick the marker shape, and we'll just say marker options, no markers. If you go to cleaning, the markers are there again, so just do it. It's once per time. It's a bit annoying, but once you get into it, it's no big deal. Marker options and none. Well, that ends this clip. So now you know how to put in combination charts. Have a play with it. They do come in useful. And I'll see you next time. All the best and bye for now.